We find ourselves at a tavern at the edge of the world. All manner of the adventuring party has found themselves back here and are beyond excited to see their friend, the bard, walk in the door. My friends, it is so good to see you again. The bard rushes to the table and greets each of them in turn. They share many a drink and quite a long time talking about the stories that have occurred ever since they have disbanded from the last time. It doesn't take too much longer following that before eventually the party turns to look with expectant gazes towards the bard. He looks across all of them. Ah, yes. I believe it is story time, isn't it? Well, my friends, it has been a while, so let's start by refreshing our memories a bit, yes? Not long after our friends first met, they made their way to the town of Stillview. There they picked up a job from a powerful noble of the Morrow family, known as Eskel. They completed his task retrieving an ancient amulet before returning to find he had been stolen from. The following investigation led them to a small group of ex-workers for the Morrows, who performed a rite of some kind, eventually leading to Eskel's death at the hands of a supernatural assassin. The party was then called north to Wintercrest, where they faced trial in front of the Damari, powerful clerics, and arbiters for the Elden gods. The group was found clear of Esquilmaro's murder, but our local witch Morgan was found guilty of stealing a book from him, a crime whose punishment, decided by Eskel's sister, was the removal of Morgan's pinky. The party continued their travel north, taking them all the way to Frostwind, where Reyna reunited with friends from a long distant past. With their help, our heroes pursued a local bandit group known as the Shatterclaws, led by Reyna's ex-husband, Vigo. After many weeks of a game of cat and mouse, the conflict eventually came to a head in the town of Bleakshore, where the Shatterclaws were repelled at the loss of one of the party, Reese, by none other than Brynja's brother's own hand. It was discovered, however, that Reese had been lying, and had actually been another presence, something possessing the original Reese for months. But with little to no time to confront the new information, the party returned to Frostwind, where they found corruption in the steward of the hold, who had been secretly funding the Shatterclaws to keep the city and the surrounding towns in poverty, making them more malleable. With his death also came the damnation of the Jarl in the form of the same ritual and assassin that took Eskel's life. And in the aftermath that followed the Jarl's death, the group split. Reese and Brynja leaving the city to confront ghosts of their past, while Morgan, Crag, and Reyna remained to help rebuild. The bard gives a sly smile before pulling from his back an instrument and beginning to strum. As he does so, a cold wind fills the air as a magical presence overcomes the adventuring party. That leaves us with a question, my friends. Who is to become the new Jarl? Where will the path of destiny lead our heroes next? And will they have the strength to face the challenges ahead? Reese, Brynja,
Yeah.
you find yourselves returning from your travel to the city of Frostwind. Eventually, tired, you reach the city gates. And as you step through, you come across a city that is not the same one that you left, but for the better. The general spirit of the populace is much more hopeful, much more promising, much more positive. As you walk through the city streets, you see all manner of homes being repaired, rebuilt, torn down, making room for new ones. You see the remnants of what used to be large bonfires and dining tables surrounding them. You even pass a large great hall or two that's in the process of being fully renovated to be turned into a shelter for the homeless. It doesn't take too long before you eventually wind up back in the Iceflow Inn, the tavern that you've become familiar with these last few days, where you find the rest of your group sitting around the table.
How do y'all look? When I walk in the door.
More or less the same, I think.
Yeah, probably
At
more or
least
less
me.
the same.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
all sooty.
Oh, Reyna
Still
doesn't
all
have
sooty.
her arm all bandaged anymore.
Hey, good.
So
Good.
there is no longer a name carved into her arm.
All right. Well, that's good.
Well,
That's about it.
Oh yeah, because there was an old name on there, or a new name
Mhm.
after the. Okay.
Yeah, I
cool.
had a new name. But it was
Yep.
like right before y'all left, but yeah, she had a new name carved into her arm. It's not there anymore.
So if you guys are sitting around the table, what time of day is it, Odin?
I'd say it's probably like late morning right now.
Okay.
So we're probably just like waking
Oh.
up and eating breakfast and all that shiz.
Open the door. Morning light comes in. Close it for the cold. Shake. Just Brynja enters. But if you're
That's
noticing,
Brynja?
Oh my
she's
god, she killed
wearing-
him.
She's wearing the bracelet.
Oh my god, she's got a gun!
Oh, okay. The number of times you have said that during this fucking game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
It's an initial shock not to see Reese with Brynja's return, but
but then
those
she's
of
also
you who are
wearing his bracers,
noticeable,
right?
you do see Reese's bracers on her arms.
I shake the snow out of my hair. She still looks very, skinny, still bags under her eyes, but her eyes are a bit brighter. But still looks fucking exhausted. Oh, I see the city still standing. That's good. Good job.
Did you really have so little faith in us? Come on now.
No, just, I mean, considering our luck, my luck maybe I should say.
Fair enough, but I just point at the bracers.
Yeah. Before as we're getting closer to the city, I would have asked Reese, how much do you want to tell them of what happened? It's
I
not
don't-
my story to
I
tell.
don't think any details need to be spared, but
Okay.
Uh.
Okay. Alright. Just checking, just making sure.
as much as you think is necessary.
I mean, it's
Maybe
crazy
not
that
mention the Jotun stuff just yet.
That's what I was going to ask. So how do we explain what happened to you?
Bad occurrence during the Northern Lights.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. We can do that. And also I wanted to ask, can he feel the presence of the dagger like I can? Can he feel how with every night that we're sleeping, he's helping me sleep and talk through, because I imagine I'm still fucking not sleeping well. I have nightmares all the time. How much does Reese feel of that?
None of it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's
cool.
fine.
Just, alright, I was curious. So, alright, yeah, so we enter, and, okay, you point to the bracers. Yeah, so, Reese, we had a bit of an accident. He lost a hand, and decided that that body would not be able to really help much in our travel. We had just gotten started, so he let him go, and he's just, we're tagging, and I just point to the bracers. He says he doesn't have to take over someone, and so far that's been the case. So he's here. He can see and hear everything I'm saying. So yeah.
All right.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. No, this is how I felt when we first discovered this whole shit. And everyone was acting like this is like everything was normal and fine, and that's why I got so upset. So pissed off. But no, so Reese's spirit is in the bracers. So he's here in me, but he's not in control. He's just kind of he's experiencing everything through my eyes. Is how, would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So,
So why don't we just
Well-
find somebody else to put him on?
Shopping!
I'm
okay.
going to say I feel like our first order of business is going to be find Reese a new host.
Yeah, I think so, but
Where would we
and I look to
even
Morgan. Not shopping in a sense of.
Sorry, that was Julian.
Okay. Julian.
There's no way in
Alright.
hell Morgan did that. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay, sweet. Just checking.
Involuntary.
Just checking.
Sorry,
Valid.
sometimes they bleed together.
They do.
You gotta
Fair.
you gotta
Okay, cool.
discern when Julian's talking versus.
Been talking to Reese. I think we have the same moral mindset of whoever we choose. It should be someone who, to me, I believe, is deserving of death. This is giving, because we're essentially taking someone's autonomy, identity. Oh, I'm making sure we're talking in a corner away from people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, we're just talking out loud
Yeah,
in the
out
center
loud.
of the
so we
bar,
gotta
and-
possess one. Because whoever we pick, that's... Because when we took the bracers off of the old body, he was back. He was confused, but he was back. That person is still there. So we have to keep that moral in line. Or in mind.
Fair enough, I guess.
To me, I would feel more comfortable, again, picking someone that we would have been putting to death anyway.
Yeah, alright. Fair enough, I guess.
Is that okay with you? And I, Therese.
Yeah. Honestly, I had plans before everything went down, but we'll have to start fresh up.
Yeah. We figured out where Sturker, that other son of a tall
My dad.
not Sturker, sorry. Not your dad. My bad.
Okay.
It was
The other
something
one. I think
similar.
we had this confusion last time too.
The other one.
At an older
Stirk
to the end of that. Yeah.
God, wait.
Stirkoler.
I was like, I
They're
watched your
older.
fucking interlude too. I
They're
should
ol-
have had
Stirk older.
Stirkoler, yes.
Stirk older. And he's the one that the bandits were basically worshipping, right?
More or less.
More or less. They're kind of like, we're following in his, stand. We might have discovered where his tomb is. We went and checked out one of those, not construction, like excavation sites that the bandits were interested in, and we went and checked it out, and they hadn't figured out anything because no one could speak Old Common. But guess who does? Reese. So we were able to figure out what they could not. So hopefully that means we have some valuable information that they do not, that your husband would probably kill for.
Probably.
But yeah, I bring out the map and I point on the map too. I like mark it where.
You do indeed. One moment.
Oh,
Like,
that's what that's like.
Please?
That's what's like.
What's like?
Just the whole delivery. Just now. You are appreciated, Desiree. That's all.
Never actually.
But yeah, so I don't know if that's something we wanted to check out now, later, after. Your boo
hold on.
has a lot of things to do.
I was
doesn't he?
going to say, I'm like, hold on. I feel like there are a million different things we are trying to do here. There's that library Morgan wants to go check out. We have to go talk with your goddess, yes? We also need to attempt to find your brother and figure out where the fuck Shatterclaws went. Because he may have gotten away, but Vigo still owes me a debt, and he's going to pay me back. And the Einar needs to go do the trials for to become the Jarl. And now we have
Say for clarification as well, it's on the Shattershore map, but
Okay.
Wintercrest is right here, which is part
Okay.
of Hearth.
So I feel like what we should do is we figure out where all these other places are, and then chart a route that way.
No, that sounds fair.
Yes?
It-
Because it looks like so far everything is south. Vaguely.
Yeah. And I look over to Crag. You had things that you were looking for as well, so need to mark them on the map or general ideas of their locations so that we could get those as well.
Yeah, I was looking for that hammer. I think one of them was at that same witch, right? Odin?
You're referring
Is it
to
different?
the mage of the first stage
Yes.
in regards to the wand.
Right.
That was made from a branch of the world tree, intended to be the actual hold for the hammer.
Right.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think that would be a good first stop, I guess.
All right. I take out something. I start writing down. All right, find my bitch brother. Get Vigo. Kick ass. Find Hammer part. Find.
So Craig, yeah, you had
Library?
4 things for the hammer. the head, which was
Mhm.
lost deep underground, following the disappearance of the Amber Mains. The handle, which was wood from a twig of the world tree, which was used by a southern wizard.
Yeah.
The signet seal of the forge, and then the blessing of the realms.
And that library you want to go to, Morgan, that belongs to the Morrows. And that is in the south.
Well, it's not that I really need to go. It just sounded like it was interesting. I don't really have a drive, I suppose. I'm just kind of happy to go anywhere right now.
Well, but I mean, if it's on the way, we might as well, right?
Dealing with the Morrows makes me nervous.
So if you
That I
are,
agree.
Very fair.
if you're looking at,
Can we hear him?
I'm assuming not.
No,
No, he's in my head.
I think Reese agrees. I'm kidding. I don't say that.
So from what you recall from the information you did gather, the Morrow Library is in Alron.
Jesus fucking Christ. Never
Yeah.
mind.
It's not important. It's just not important.
However, as an additional topic, if pursuing going to Sisayun is something that Brenya is going after, they're down here.
Yeah, we're gonna have
In
to go in
Mornstar.
that direction.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, we're going south. Or at least I'm going
I'm
south.
sorry.
Yes, Mornstar, right here.
Thank you. We have so far to go. On the way
Oh my
down back
God.
through the hearth, though, if that's where we're going, I would like to make a stop. It's on the way, but it could be a little dangerous.
What is it?
It's kind of a place of mystery to the people in the hearth. I don't know how to bring up that map here.
Which one? The Hearth?
Hearth. I just don't remember the name. I remember the stuff about it. I just don't remember the name. It's something of a bottomless well. There's some undead that kind of roam the areas, some sketchy things, and I'd really like to make a stop on a hunch. It's on the way.
Sure.
I don't see why not.
The
It's
stuff
on the
out there
way.
is you can get a little dicey, but I know my way around the area, so it should be. I just need a closer look. Is all.
Never been there before.
Not really, not one-to-one. There's a lot of treacherous things around, and it's stuff a lot of people just don't understand. I've learned how to kind of avoid it and navigate around it, not so much to it. I don't need to get to the lip of it, I just need to get close enough.
Sounds good to me.
It could be a nice place. If bottomless empty wells to potential Helheim are your thing.
No, I can't say they are. I'm sorry.
Right, you're more of a jewelry person, right?
No, just the fact that I spent the last 20 years trying to avoid anything relating to death, you know.
Well, not everything's dead, if that helps. We don't have to go. I'm sorry.
No,
Fine.
no, I'm giving you shit. If it's on
What?
the way and you're curious.
Okay.
So I'm trying to. You can't avoid death. So.
I didn't realize.
Well, do we at least want to take a day or two for you, I guess, to recover? And then we chart a course, or do we want to try and find Reese Hust first before we go?
I guess either way.
Because
Well, doesn't
to be
it
frank,
take
I'm sure on the way. I'm sure on the way we will find plenty.
Well, doesn't it take Reese some time to get acclimated to a new body?
Absorb memories, but
I only ask because maybe the sooner the better, so he has more time to
He says it.
try it on.
He says it takes a while for memories to acclimate that way, but how do you do with is it kind of like learning how to how do you do that physically? How does it take a while for you to get used to a new? I guess it's only happened twice so far, right?
imagine you wake up one day and someone has shifted all your limbs to different proportions. It takes a second to adjust.
Yeah, he does. Giving him some time to acclimate would probably be wisest.
We can't just like put him on a dog or something and let him follow us.
He could be so nice that way.
Well, I mean, I mean, as long as I'm with you, he's here. But
I know
sure.
a really nice sheep. I'm just throwing around ideas. I'm sorry.
I just think in my head. Do you want to be an actual bitch, or would you rather we wait?
We already have a leash for him.
Art imitates life.
It is
I won't let them
immensely
control-
strange having this happen without me being able to vocalize anything. It is odd.
Could we
for
make
sure.
him a body? I
Wait,
could do
what?
wonders with some snow.
That water.
Oh, he's gonna make me a fucking snowman.
Yes, let's go with that. And
No!
I just think in my head. I think that don't worry, I won't let them put you on a dog or a sheep.
Thank you.
I was actually going to ask, and I look over to Reina. Does your man have anyone who are in the barracks or convicted felon?
I think at this particular moment, no. Only because everybody is still recovering, still in shock.
Right.
I'm not going to make you roll for it because it's been a very long time.
Okay.
But you do recall there is a very shady side to this tavern.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the
Oh,
hellscape that
shit.
changed my life.
I forgot.
Oh yeah, Astrid! Hey
about
Astrid!
I forgot about that. Oh
In
my god.
particular, the tavern itself has a entirely separate tavern underneath it with
Uh-huh.
connections that lead to the underkeep that run all throughout beneath the city.
I like my idea personally. I think the snowman
I do
could be
too.
excellent. I don't know if we want to descend all the way into Helheim at the start of this season. I don't know if anyone wants to try the pacifist approach first. Just laying that out there.
Why not? There'd be nowhere to go but up.
I don't think there's an elevator at the bottom of that chasm, but
It's more like an out of order escalator. You gotta just it's
Well, that's
Fine.
different. No, that's stuffed out. There's a different thing. This is just the like.
Oh no, I'm being funny.
Oh, okay.
Notice you're laughing.
Yes.
Source cited.
me at all my therapy sessions. No, it's funny.
Why are you crying? Stop.
I mean,
How am I the one with the conscience?
hold on, what?
Hold on.
I
Morgan is the
am
one with the
against this
conscience?
idea. Yes, in this moment, I am also as surprised as you are that I am against this idea.
Okay, hold on. Against what idea?
Let's just go find someone who's maybe a criminal, and we'll just take him.
Sorry, I've still been processing since you guys thought about Frosty the Snowmaning my ass. So I just barely caught back up.
If you ever start melting, I'll just like recast the spell. You'll be fine.
Oh sweet fuck.
I ask in my head, how are you okay? Just hanging tight in my head for a bit, or
I can, but that would mean I can't really help out in a fight. Out of all the options so far, since there's no one who's already condemned, surprisingly, the fucking snowman idea I think I feel best about. One, because I don't want to fucking just
no,
take a dog.
no,
All right, fine. We'll get a person, but no redheads, okay? I've had bad luck with redheads.
Wow.
You just see Brynja kind of just like, she's kind of like staring off for a minute, you know, as we're having a... No, I agree. No, yeah. So... Yeah, if you want to try building a snowman, I don't know if it will work.
Actually, I am very curious to see how that would work.
But yeah, I would rather... Reese is worried about not being able to help in a fight, but I would rather not.
Well, he
I
can't
have
help
a-
in a fight if he's just part of it.
That's what...
Can he?
That's...
What'd you say, Morgan?
No, can he?
I mean,
Not
It's-
that I know of.
not that he
Have you
knows
tried?
of. Well, it's either you get me or him.
Oh. This makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
I thought you were just Reese.
No. What?
I thought you were Reese. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh my god!
No, I told you. He's just there.
I know, but I thought you were just being funny.
Oh. That is so much to process, holy shit.
I would not joke about that, considering I am just coming to the person that we spent the last X amount of months traveling with, you know. It's different. I'm just coming to the... That
You're just coming
identity
to terms with
crisis
it.
is still fresh.
The trip
Got
seemed
it.
nice, though.
So,
What kind of person do you think Reese would want to be? I start like doodling like on like a little napkin. I'm not a very good artist.
I'm watching so Reese can see.
Oh fuck.
So he probably needs a head. So I start with that.
In my head, I'm like, oh, you poor son of a bitch. I'm so sorry.
If I have a permanent smiley face, I am going to. I mean, I can't be picky right now, but shit.
You know what?
And then maybe
You know what,
along
Morgan?
the neck.
He told
it
me.
should be
He
a
told me.
chest area thing. Huh?
You know, Morgan. He just told me he's always wanted to just smile more. He wants to smile more. So, make sure.
Wow. I know with a lot of snowmen, they end up using beans to show off a smile. So maybe I could just add more beans.
Make it just as like.
Let's go outside. Let's do this together. This will be so much fun.
Is this payback for you being alone that time? Is that what this is?
A little bit, but I guess it did come back to me. But yeah.
What roll? Actually, no. First, no magic. No magic.
Just. Do you want to build?
You're just gonna build a fucking snowman.
We're just gonna build a fucking snowman.
Frosty!
I go to Astra and I'm like, all right, Astra, I need a carrot. I need as many legumes as you got. I need maybe a scarf, a few mittens, and if I'm lucky, maybe like some really shiny rocks that I can use for buttons, because all snowmen have buttons.
Okay. It takes her a little bit of time, but eventually she comes back and presents the items requested.
Cheers. Thank you.
If this
I take this
works, it's gonna be a
Go outside.
goddamn Christmas miracle.
And I just start building a snowman. Is there like a role for
So
snowman?
do we make him super tall, like original Reese was, or do we want? Do you think Reese misses being tall?
You know, I think I want to do something a little bit in line of the original flavor, but not entirely beholden to it. You know, when we make art, it's a little more on the subjective side, you know? So I want to do something that is like a little different. So, is there a role for snowman?
Can
What
I
kind of
roll?
role do you think Snowman would be?
I think snowman is an occult role. No.
No. It's probably like dexterity or some shit to like how well you have a vision, but how well can you execute it? How much is this actually going to look like a
I know the joke
Athletics,
is mostly at
common
my expense
knowledge.
right now, but surely you know that no one is more against you in this moment than Desiree is.
Yeah.
It probably would be like a.
So not like a performance.
It would be
of
like
some-
an
I
agility
could,
roll.
I could
I'd
say
say-
agility, athletics, common knowledge, maybe
I'd-
survival.
I'd say agility,
Survival,
athletics,
survival.
common knowledge, or performance.
Those are all the same die. I'm sorry, Doug.
What if I helped out?
I don't want you
Brynja
to.
doesn't think this
I don't
shit's
want you
worth
to-
at all. So she's just like, all right, let's
Actually, yeah, no, I'm
have
not gonna
fun.
help. Actually, no, that's true. I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm here for the vibes. I just want to see what the fuck
I
happens.
rolled a 3.
That's perfect, because I think I just found what Morgan just fucking made.
I rolled a 3. Does anyone have a top hat? Or like a helmet? It's fine. We'll find one.
You spend a decent amount of time rolling up the snow, packing it in, making these 3 layers of snowmen. You take your time, cutting out the grooves to define the bottom, the midsection, and the top. And you carefully place on like the mittens and the eyes and the mouth and the nose. I mean, it's a pretty good snowman, but
It's a snowman.
it's a snowman.
Now, I went to cast Galan.
Now we're
Okay.
doing the magic shit.
I just want to like snowman, yeah, and then and I want to make it like a person, like a person, and I want to aim as close to the original Reese as I remember. It's
Okay.
been a while.
Are you basically doing simulacrum?
Yes,
Ah.
except I don't remember the original, so I'm trying.
Go ahead and make your spellcasting roll.
Yes.
I will do.
I love this so much. This is great.
Brianna's having fun, and then she's gonna not have fun real quick.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna spend a Betty on this one.
Okay.
I will spend a Betty on.
Oh shit.
Second roll of the night. Immediate, Benny.
8.
8. Okay. As you stand there and kind of take in your snowman, you think to yourself, yeah, this could use some work, and you bring forth your magic, calling upon Galan, and you shape it into a fairly reasonably personoid-shaped snowman. You can still tell it's a snowman, and it's a little bit tough on the details. If you like take a few steps back and kind of cock your head to the side, you could maybe tell it kind of resembles the original Reese.
Oh wait, one more thing. And I want to round out his nose to be like kind of goofy.
There we
I
go.
remember he had it. That. Now he looks right. He's ready. He's perfect.
Okay. And in my head, I'm like, I don't think this is gonna work. We're just humoring him, okay?
It's honestly. Have you ever seen someone try and draw someone from memory? This is weirdly good for that.
Oh god, the closer I get, yeah.
Let's fucking
this isn't
see.
fun. All right.
I
Okay.
think it's broody enough to accommodate the new one. I mean,
I find two like pine needles, and I stick them like. like
Yes, perfect.
Oh,
Good.
There he. And I put my
Excellent.
hand to like the snowman's face. There he is.
Oh. Well, I should have expected all this.
I'll see you in a second. And
Yeah.
I take the one bracer off. I put it on. I try to put it on gently so it's not gonna. I'm expecting it to like fall apart, like crumble. as
Look
soon
at
as
like
I touch
crumble.
it. Does it hold, or does it crumble?
It holds with the first one.
Okay, and then there's a hesitation, and then I take off the other one and I put it on.
You slide the other one on. And Reese, you think you feel something for a second. Then you realize you feel the snow giving way as the gauntlets fall off as the snowman collapses.
I dig him out.
Boo.
I put you back on. All right, were you in the dark or was that?
The sound
Oddly
of
enough, I
snow.
was able to feel my arms fall off, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Not with your fingers. Sorry.
Motherfucker.
He felt the snow crumble, if that's any consolation.
Alright, well.
That was a good try, buddy.
Wait.
It was a good shot. It was a good
I
shot.
felt really good about that one.
We are going to be traveling for a while, so I mean I'm like I said, I'm sure we're going to have options.
I'm sure we'll find a body or something somewhere.
And I'm sure you'll learn things as you go. So maybe you just don't have the right tools to make a living snowman at the moment.
I could try.
Oh no, I gave him ideas. Fuck.
It's like, why
Fuck.
did you encourage
Fuck.
him?
Fuck. only Reese hears that shit.
No, you can't retcon this.
No, no. I said it. But all the oh shit, I gave him ideas. Oh shit. Only Reese hears that. I'm realizing. Oh,
Nah, it's fine. I was gonna go full Morgan von Frankenstein.
You were gonna build me a tree body?
I was gonna zap the hell out of you.
Horrifying.
Let's find an actual body first, and then try that. Because from our understanding, or Reese and like I'm sure we've talked, it has to be alive. They have to be alive.
Noted.
Alright, I mean, it'd be nice to take a day to rest, but I mean, you don't have to linger longer. Honestly, it's probably better if I get back on the road rather than stay in a tavern. All I've wanted since walking in that door. I'm gonna go get some water. Go inside, get some water.
You do so.
I walk back out. So what does your boo need to do?
I don't actually know any of the things that that involve become Jarl, right?
Nope.
I just know he has to go to some place and some things happen, presumably.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I don't actually know. I just know we have to take him to, I forget exactly where. But it is along the way. And there is some sort of test or trial or something waiting for him.
Well, I can take the day to rest if you want to check up with him to see what his plan is, and if we want to, travel together, or... So I feel like the first step is no matter what on our checklist we do first, going back towards the Wintercrest area, back into the hearth, is probably the first step.
Lovely.
It's about that point in time where you hear the door to the inn open, and Einar steps through.
Speak of the devil.
Were your ears burning?
Oh, you're back. Welcome back. He kind of looks confused a second. Where's the other one?
He's around. He'll catch up with us in a bit.
All right.
It is a very long, very complicated story. Let's leave it at that. That's that. If you really want to know, I will fill you in later. But
Sure.
he's nearby.
Well,
Kind of hard to get rid of.
He's inside her.
I give you a kick under the table, and she's like bright red.
We were doing so good there, and then
you see Einar just like cracking up. He covers his mouth.
Reese is cackling in your head.
I'm silent for once, but you. If you could feel me seething.
Vidar wants you all at the keep. He has something to show you, actually. And he gives a smile.
Well
Is it
then,
a nice one
let
this
us not
time.
let us.
It is, I promise. The morrow is gone.
God.
Story time?
Let us not these two.
Wait, like.
Oh, I'll tell you when Reese is around.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll head to the keep then.
All right. You follow Einar, eventually making your way to the ice keep, and stepping inside, you find Vidar waiting for you. Oh, good. You made it just in time. Come, please, this way. And he guides you off down one of the side hallways off of the main sort of great hall portion of the keep. And as you step through, you enter a much like homier looking hallway. It's still got like the stone floor, but it's got a lot more like wooden beams and like torches, a lot more paintings. It kind of feels like a space intended to be more of a living space. And as you enter, you see a grand total of at least 8 different rooms or so. But he kind of stops about halfway or so. He says, "So, these rooms have been vacated for quite a while. It seems as if in the previous steward's efforts to cut back on costs within the keep, he fired a lot of the staff, which means these rooms are open. So, congratulations. You all have a place in the keep now." He gives a smile.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, for real. I got a room for each of you. And Reese, whenever he shows up.
Make sure to tell him. I know he'll appreciate it.
Thank you. This is. I was drunk. I give him a big old fucking bear hug. I was like.
Oh, he gives you a hug back.
Thank you.
But please take a look. Of course, I mean, if Einar actually does get the role of Jarl, there's an entire like master suite way at the back of the keep that he'll have. But it's for now.
For now. No, this is great. This really does mean a lot.
Well, go take a look.
Are there names on the doors? What?
Or is it like first come first serve? Dibs.
You do find small wooden plates that have been your names have been wood burned into the little plate and hung on the door.
I love that.
So cute. Yeah, take a look.
Stepping into each of the rooms, they're fairly small rooms. Nothing serious, but it's got enough space in it. It has a fairly decently sized bed off in one of the corners, as well as a writing desk kind of on one of the others. Space along one of the walls where an empty bookshelf sits in each of the rooms. Fairly undecorated at the moment, but there's plenty of like furs and such for if you were to stay here to keep you warm.
Nicer than the tent back home. Okay, let's go check out yours, and I go and check out Reese's room for him.
For the most part, they're all pretty standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not half bad.
As long as I'm not sharing a wall with Reyna and Einar, I am fine.
We'll have to invent ye old earplugs.
Cotton. Just wool in your ears.
Yeah.
Very thoughtful.
Morgan?
I don't know what to do with this.
Vidar kind of, what do you mean?
I've never had a home before.
Jesus Christ.
He kind of just like, his face drops for a second. He kind of like walks over and lightly puts his hand on the back of your shoulder and kind of guides you over to your room. Well, consider this a first, I guess. This is your place. I mean, all the rooms are pretty standard, but I mean, feel free to renovate how you see fit. If if you want to add something, it's completely up to you. But like you said, I want you to feel like this is a home for you.
Huh. Thank you.
It's the least I can do.
I just stare blankly into the room for a while.
Poor
He,
buddy.
he gives you like a soft pat on the shoulder and retreats.
Huh. Um.
Once I am done just checking out my room, I am have the Vidara and Einar like kind of just hung around, like they're still there, right? They haven't like, they're just like letting us check out.
Yeah, they're letting you
Check.
check it out. They kind of just backed up a little bit
Okay.
into the great hall space where all the dining stuff is.
Once I was like, and you know, starting to wrap my head around of like, wow, I may not have to move around as much. That's weird, but exciting. I'm gonna go back to both of them and be like, well, actually, speaking of you potentially becoming Jarl, how soon were you looking to? I know it's a bit of a journey. I don't know, is there like a timeline? Like we have to go now, or?
Einar kind of sighs. Urgency would probably be best. I don't think we need to leave today or tomorrow, but definitely soon. Vidara did get a notice from Wintercrest. It's a summon from the Damari. They want to know about the assassination.
Of course they do. Okay. Check it. Map right now. That's out.
Yeah, it'd be in the capital city,
That's there.
Wintercrest. Yeah.
Well, okay. But that's still like a ways out. Like it took us a minute to get from Wintercrest, Wintercrest to Frostwind.
Snurf, snurf.
Nerf, nerf.
Snoof. Yeah, you're probably looking at a week and a half or so of travel.
Of a bitch. They want me to talk, or Dar, or us, or just anyone who knows anything.
It would be including all of those who are there to visually witness. So, unfortunately, it does include you.
Should probably take care of that as soon as possible.
Agreed.
But just with everything else we have going on, we were thinking of taking at least a couple of days just for Reese and Brenya to rest. They've had a long journey. But we were going to be headed out soon. Your trial was one of the things we were looking to get done. So if you were okay with that, would you want to come with us?
Absolutely. I'll travel with you if you'll have me.
Of course.
And a few days is fine. Tomorrow's Harvester's Prayer, so I doubt the Damari down in Wintercrest are going to expect us to be traveling anyways.
Probably not. Okay. Well, I'll let them know. once they're done checking out their new room.
He nods and he kind of wanders off, and you see him looking along kind of the side of the dining area where these countless racks with like wine stacked high into the ceiling are, as he's like looking over each of the bottles, occasionally pulling out one, looking at it, sticking it back in.
I was kind of like, what's looking for something specific?
No, I'm just admiring. Kilgrove had quite the expensive taste. He pulls a bottle. I think this one would have gone probably down in Northgate for at least 100 gold.
That is quite the bottle of wine.
He shrugs, and he just like
Well-
knocks the top off of it with his knife, shattering the top of the bottle. And he goes over and grabs like a goblet from the table and pours it and puts it back down.
I love him. Well, I suppose if Frostwind ever falls on hard times again, you have the answer.
That's for sure. And he picks up the goblet and does like the whole wine connoisseur like swirl and takes a sip. It's good.
How is it?
It's damn good.
Really?
He holds the goblet out.
I push it aside and I give him a kiss. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good
Even
indeed.
Better now.
Romance.
Listen, listen.
She needs this. She's been through hell.
I have. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me do some
her.
math here.
Yeah, because
7.
add 7 years on.
She
Mhm.
died. Give a bitch a break.
Mhm.
She's got like 16 years to make up for. Okay, give the bitch a break.
I think he means 7.
If you include just the year she was dead, yes. But if you include stuff before that, it's closer to like 16.
I thought she was just sleepy.
She's just so tired.
Well, unless there's anything that you would like to occur, I assume eventually you all kind of migrate back out of your rooms.
Yeah. Roll on the bed a bit. Just get in the feel of it.
It's pretty
Breaking
comfy.
it in. Yeah.
yeah.
Bed comfortable?
Oh yeah, the bed's comfy.
Comfy bed? I fucking hate that.
Now, keep in mind, these aren't set mattresses. It's like layers and layers of like hay or
Yeah.
wool that have been encapsulated in a sheet. So if you wanted a firmer bed, you could absolutely make one.
Okay. Okay. I leave my room.
Okay. As you all eventually kind of make your way back out into the Great Hall dining area, Vidar just kind of motions. And again, don't feel pressured to stay here. Just they're available for any time you're in town.
It's very sweet. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, thank you.
Right. Well, I unfortunately have some accounting I have to finish up today, and I need to write a response to that summons. So, if you need me, you know where to find me.
Of course.
And Vidar takes his leave.
So, when are we leaving?
Um,
Not that I want to leave anytime. It's the fact that we just got rooms and whatnot. I wish we didn't have to leave so soon.
I I told Einar a couple of days, just to give you to rest.
Alright.
But I think that summons is the first to go do. Really hoping to never have to be in front of them again. But
Oh, are we? Is that including us?
mm-hmm.
Oh, that's.
What?
Hmm.
Oh, I did not understand it that way.
Oh no.
Oh, good. Oh, that means I will need to have a new body by then. Fuck.
Yeah, we will absolutely need to find you a body before we get there. It's still like a week at least, so we've got time. But
It's just that's they're gonna. It's gonna look real good for us.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, someone else was murdered. Don't worry.
we didn't do
We
it.
were just witnesses
Again.
again. Yeah. Having you with a body would probably be best. I don't know how much they're capable of. I mean, the last time they didn't sense you, right? That we know of.
No, not as far as I could tell. Maybe this means that we don't have to start with anybody combat ready, just somebody who can walk. But still, I don't like the idea of picking and choosing who gets to lose their mind next.
I don't either. I didn't even think that I would be thinking about it or ways to accomplish it.
I mean, if you'd like, you don't have to. I mean, the person who seems to have the most invested in what form I end up taking is probably Morgan, so you can see if Morgan is willing to carry me around for a bit. I know all this makes you uncomfortable.
Honestly, it doesn't. It should, but it doesn't. It's honestly been nice having your presence there, and don't fucking keep that between us, okay? And don't hang it over my head, okay? That's fucking weird. Don't make me say you say you're not possessing me bullshit, and then you're the fact that
Understood? My offer still stands in case you don't want to be there when it happens.
noted and appreciated. Brynja's just staring off into space right now. You see her face get animated a few times, but she's she's
Okay,
looking a
but
little crazy.
I'm just throwing this out here. Reese semi-possessing Morgan is the exact kind of buddy cop movie I would pay so much money to watch.
Part of the reason I offered it, I was like, the potential.
I'm like, you said that and I was like, okay, but actually I want to see that so bad.
Plus, even if
Like,
Morgan doesn't
that's
have
a spin-off I
ideas,
didn't know I needed, but here we are.
even if Morgan doesn't have ideas, I know Julian does.
Also, as
You're muted.
noted,
Also, Brynja gets all the shit that Morgan rightfully should not get.
Yeah.
Also, as noted, with the last body that you had, Reese, the losing of the mind is a progressive thing. It's not like a
Yeah.
immediate.
Yeah. So if it's temporary, we'll be fine. We're basically just express transporting somebody somewhere.
How much you want to bet whenever we try to actually transfer Reese into a body, it's not doable? How much you want to bet if we take him off of Brenya for an extended period of time, she'll just...
I don't like that idea.
I hate
What?
that.
How much you want to bet their souls are just like...
Intertwined now.
I mean, he hasn't been traveling along with me for very long. Like what?
Yeah.
5 days?
Yeah,
A
it
week?
took like
About a
more
week.
than a week for me to even get memories from the first guy.
And that was you possessing. You're not possessing me at the moment. You're just kind
Yeah.
of a
Intentionally
flea tagging
Chilling.
along.
a
chill guy.
harmlessly flea.
Man.
So
Okay. Are we good? Or can we are
Yeah,
we
yeah.
moving on to something else? What's happening here?
Yeah.
just
I'm done.
I'm just like, am I having a stroke
Well-
right now?
I was just reading you mouth screaming something.
yeah. So I was kind of like, is he having a stroke? Brynja's the one that looks like she's having a stroke when she's talking in her
Yeah,
head.
just-
She's literally
Yeah.
having a full-on conversation
all just,
in
like-
her head.
We all just like slowly just...
We've just been sitting in silence for the past like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Renee's just like looking around.
Just like, what do you think they're talking about?
We're
Anyway.
eating popcorn by
Probably the
fistful,
wrestling match.
taking bets.
Their wrestling match.
The fantasy football league.
Oh,
Heavy on
That
the
definitely
fantasy.
exists.
fucking Crag. Just being silent the whole time and then speaking. He's insider. Like, fucking hell!
Yeah. I think those, if I'm correct in remembering, those are the first words Crag has said in season 2.
Yeah, those are the first words Craig
He's
said
insider.
this entire fucking episode.
It's always meant to be like this way.
Did that make
It's
that
almost
that's what
fucking
she said?
quiet
Because I
ones.
feel like that should make that's what she said.
That
Well,
should.
It absolutely should.
100%.
I'm surprised
Oh,
nobody else has
fuck.
added it to the that's what she said already.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh.
Fucking A.
Besides the elephant in the room in terms or what is in it? Besides the fact that that Reese is halfway in between. We don't have a body yet. What is there anything we need to do? People want to do, need help with? The city is looking really nice, guys, actually. Like, I don't feel like we were gone that long, and it's already completely different. In a good way.
We got lots of help from pretty much everyone in town. We held a feast. We went and hunted things. Morgan made tea for everybody in the city.
Sounds lovely. God, I hope you had better hunting than I did.
Trigger!
I feel like
I
there's a
watched Doug go
story-
through all the stages of grief in like half a second.
Yeah, you definitely hear
Oh.
for like half a second. Oh, he. It's fine. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Oh. Yeah, no, we got a lot of people and a massive hunting party. We had some people go up and fish. It was really nice to see, if I'm being honest.
I'm sorry I missed that. That was one of my main jobs back home. I was part of the hunting party and I missed that.
I negotiated with money.
True, he did.
Wow.
To convince a couple of people to part with some buildings and the Great Halls that are now being used as places for those who no longer have homes.
maybe I'm better with this money stuff than I thought.
Or you have more experience now.
Yeah.
I say in my head, you know, now that I don't have alcohol, just kind of making everything seem really fun and kind of mushed together. Has he always been this ominous?
Pretty much.
What?
I said that in my head to Reese.
Oh.
The one time it slips.
Slips. Yeah. No, it very well. Has he always been this ominous?
I'm.
I don't think I've
by
ever
a
listened to him
source.
sober before.
It's even before the gauntlets, Reese heard him say shit and it was hard to pass, but I think that's more just because he thought he was actually talking directly to trees, which, to be honest, I'm still not unconvinced.
You don't.
My ears are burning.
Yeah, Brynja just laughs out loud.
You need to get better at that.
What?
I have earmuffs.
You're just staring directly at him. I can tell you're talking about him with Reese.
Oh, love.
she just turns bright
Yeah,
red.
it's
Yes,
not gonna
yes.
lie, it's a little creepy because you kind of just stare at the wall,
Oh
You're just-
shit.
gone. So, I mean,
It's
it's
just-
pretty obvious that you are talking to him, but it's
So you know when you're traveling by yourself, it doesn't seem oh no.
Wait, I read a book about this once.
Oh no.
I think it had something to do. So sometimes when two people are connected,
Oh
they'll
no.
mesh their
no.
names together. So is your name Brees
God.
or Rinya or
Yeah.
Rinya? That sounds too cool. None of these names put together sound cool.
I need a new body. I need a new body.
We should look for a new body.
agreed.
Okay. Where do
So-
we find one?
I don't.
Fuck.
This is so fucking the things I'm going to be doing for you, motherfucker.
Again.
What?
Not you, him.
Again.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm staring directly at Morgan as I say this. Sorry,
Morgan's
no,
just like,
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Again.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. You can literally just pass me off to whoever you think is best for this job.
It's you. It's whoever you. If you want to if you want me to pass you off to someone and they are willing, then I will. But otherwise, I'm fine with holding on to you until we.
Okay.
Well, what has he had already? He's had a lumberjack man. He's had a bandit. He's had a you. Who hasn't he had?
He has not had me. Okay, don't say that, Morgan.
What? I'm just trying to make a list.
No. I know. But I'm just telling you, don't.
Einar
don't-
is just
don't
like
say
sipping
it.
on his glass of wine, just fucking
Yes.
cracking up.
Don't
Yeah,
say
for
it like that.
him, this is better than TV.
What's TV?
The horror you said that. What's
I'm just trying
TV?
so hard not to laugh, and she's failing miserably.
Yeah. Just don't word it like that, okay? That's just.
I have no idea what's going on, but even without the context, this is
Now that
hilarious.
he's occupied you.
No, not that either.
I love how I can't see your face, but I know exactly what shade it is right now.
Well, I'm just saying we should maybe get him some wide range of skills. So he's had a Brenya, he's had a bandit, he's had a lumberjack. Maybe we can get him a nice diplomat or something.
Wow, Reese, I didn't know you've been around the block like that.
Oh, sweet Christ, no.
Neither did I.
Look, all I care about is that I can wield my longsword. That's all I care about.
Oh, he just said all he cares about is that he could wield his longsword. Do you hear that? So he
fuck
wants
me.
That's what
make sure.
I
make
just
sure
look at
we
Brynja.
get-
Isn't that what all men only care about?
Oh,
Ex-
sweet Christ.
I don't think I've ever used a longsword.
Oh, sweetie.
I use a
Oh.
hammer.
Something nail.
I know we can never be in the same room together, but there is a hilarity in Morgan and Crag in the same room that I can't.
Yes. Yes. Hmm. Hmm.
God.
So,
Well, anyway, maybe he have a larger skill set.
well, I think it's his mind stays right. Your sound and your mind. It's just the body physically getting used to it. So,
Yeah.
really, his skills is he can't get any loose skills in terms of unless it's a physical thing, right? Is that? I'm trying to figure it out. I've been trying to.
I'm pretty sure I don't feel any more like a shithead after being in that Shatterclaw. And
Okay.
I didn't keep anything from Reese. So,
I'm glad you continued that with that Shatterclaw, because I thought you were about to say I don't feel any more like a shithead being in in being in your body.
what? Under what? Alright, whatever.
No.
I like whisper to Crag, "What do you think he's saying?"
I'm saying my stuff out loud now, but just like
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
So
okay,
I'm
good,
just
yeah.
Hilarious.
What's going on?
What's
No,
happening?
you're more polite than honestly. It makes it so hard to give you shit because you're fucking polite. I think that pisses me off more. So
I could be less polite?
no, be just be you.
Okay.
But I think he wants a penis. Do you want a penis?
I
Or
don't
do you
give a
want
fuck!
What, like in him?
answer the question? I mean, no
Oh.
judgment here.
No, we haven't played this game in a while.
And like,
Except this is the energy that normally comes out in pre-show, so this is like
I'm just imagining, like, Vince being like, man, I had so much planned, and we've been talking about snowmen and dicks all night.
Dicks all
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
what a strange request.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if we find the body,
I don't care what the body is
Oh,
made
he wants to
of.
be in a
just-
boy, not a girl.
that's what I'm asking.
No, I don't care.
He doesn't care. Okay, yeah, no, he doesn't care. But I think he just wants this conversation to end, and I love it. You know, I can't tell what your face looks like, but I bet.
Why does she have to picture his face?
I think she likes pictures.
me. Maybe.
Oh, sex.
Oh my fucking god.
What?
God, I didn't think he knew about that. What? So many conversations are much more confusing now.
I'm scared of what he thinks. That was in my head.
What Morgan thinks sex is.
Texas, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
true. That, I said it. I'm like, there's no way in hell Morgan knows what sex is. I'm sorry.
No.
There's no. Who gave him the birds and
Sorry.
the bees? The birds and the bees.
Let's rewind that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. Anyway.
Okay. But
Where are we
anyway,
gonna find someone with all these things?
I think just the question is, it's not where are we gonna find it, it's who and the moral standing of whether or not we're okay with condemning someone to a life of I'm present but not in control of my body,
I mean,
stealing someone's autonomy and identity.
this is just an
Right.
idea. Perhaps this would not work. But and because I have no way of knowing when it's going to happen again. But you know my names that I get in my arm?
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, did you get the other one?
Yeah, we took care of the one. Um she was the foreman of a nearby mine and she treated her employees terribly. Think she may have been a servant of the god of tyranny. We're not entirely sure. But we took care of it. I could ask if letting Reese take over would uh satisfy the would count? Would that count?
I think we need to keep it under wraps and we'll just try it with the next name.
I say what he just said.
The more
Okay.
people who know, the more people who know that whoever I was before is still around. And I don't know what side I was on.
Yeah, I tell that. I think we want to, especially if possible, yeah, any gods. Good, north, south, bad.
I mean,
The
technically, I
less they
work
know.
for the Valkyries. And also, if it doesn't work, I don't know what happened to me or my magic.
Right, we don't want to.
Although I suppose if it doesn't, the name would just stay on my arm.
But you don't want to be in the bad. Yeah, the Valkyrie.
But yes, I
right?
also don't want to make. No, she is
Yeah.
the reason I am here.
Yeah. So.
It is a thought.
Yeah.
Who knows?
No. I honestly think that is a very good thought.
But if the dilemma is who do we condemn? Well, this is somebody the Valkyries have already deemed.
Honestly, they are the person to tell us who would. Yeah? No? You got a good point there.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, well, if you get a new name, then maybe we can cross that bridge if we don't stumble upon someone before that.
Alright.
Shit. Vidar, do you have any hot chocolate or something that is sad? Do you have sad drinks?
Sad drinks!
What's the saddest drink?
He.
No, it's a curse. The most cursed. Desperate. No, that's called the most desperate drink.
The most desperate drink.
Vidar has left the room, but Einar kind of looks around.
If not anything here, I can go. I was just wondering, because my hands are twitchy.
Kind of gets up. Let's see, what's this? Like pulls out a small little like keg, storage barrel of something. And he like flips the nozzle on it and licks his hand. Apple juice?
Alright.
I don't think that's very sad.
You know, honestly, it's quite rare up here. I don't think apples grow this far north.
I smell it. Does it smell like apple juice or cider?
It definitely smells a lot more like a cider, but with like a really interesting like like wood barrel aging to it as well.
I'll go get. I just walk outside and fall face first in the snow.
Alright.
And Reese just hears me screaming.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
You'll be okay, love.
Einar just kind of stands there holding the barrel, looks to you, Raina. I'm sorry.
Me.
What's it taste like?
Don't look at me.
Just... Is it
Wait, hold on.
gooseberry apple juicy?
Did Brynja like tell us she was trying to go sober, or are we just like?
I don't think she said it.
I don't think she
besides-
said anything.
Yeah,
Either.
no, but she's just.
Mhm.
But
Okay,
I
maybe
think
wrong.
you would. But you
That's
would
what I
have
thought.
like the days leading up. Like she's not pulled away in her room. She doesn't reek like alcohol. Especially coming back, she seems more
Yeah.
present, but still looks fucking like I look like a wreck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. No. So then I maintain. I have no idea. Don't look at me.
Morgan, it tastes like apple cider, but it's also got a little bit of an alcoholic bite at the very end.
Maybe this is the saddest drink.
It probably used to be a really nice non-alcoholic apple juice, but
it's fucking aged.
it's fermented in a wooden barrel for a while.
Hey, Brynja, I think this is a pretty set. Brynja?
If you look out the window and she's just face down, you just.
I think it's a really sad drink. Do you want any?
No, it's not sad enough.
Do you have anything sadder? Like a
Water?
no, water's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. With like a lemon in it, maybe.
He kind of looks around. There might be some lemons in the storeroom.
Could I have one, please?
I guess I'll go check.
Thank you.
He comes back with the saddest lemon you've ever seen.
I just want to.
It's super mushy.
Yeah, it should have been
It's
tossed
vibe.
out
Yeah.
days ago.
I just want to squeeze it a little, just get
Yeah.
a little drop in my tongue.
It's not great. The citrus is still there, but
Pretty sad.
Brynja!
I've wandered back inside. My my whole body is it's bright red from this being face first in the snow. She's got it's melting off her hair and
I just hand her the lemon.
and I give you a pat on the shoulder. Thank you.
It's pretty sad.
It's very sad.
Is this what we're doing now?
This is what I'm doing now. I grab an empty cup. And I find
Do
a
you
pitcher of
Not
water.
have your flask anymore.
I have
guess
it,
so.
but it's empty.
Oh.
I haven't had a drink since I poured it out that night we had communed with Seun.
That's a long time to go without
Oh.
water.
I've had water. That's what I have solely had.
Oh.
Oh,
That
that on purpose, or simply have
Yes.
not had. Okay. What the fuck just happened?
All right, bud.
What? What? What?
Keep your secrets, I
Julian
guess.
pop out his cheeks and then slap himself across the face.
Uh-oh.
I'm like,
No.
what the fuck just happened?
no, sorry. This is for public broadcast. No.
No. Oh, jeez.
If Seun is going to help me, I need to be able to see this gift. And I can't do that when I'm And I've been honestly the whole time I've known you in a fog, most of my life. I've only ever done this once, and that was when I started training with the leader of my tribe, and that was absolutely miserable. And then my drinking was worse as soon as I left. I don't want to, but I know I need to.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take that drink away from her.
The water? I just put the lemon in it.
Yeah, the sad ass.
The sad.
Nice ass lemon.
The saddest glass of water.
Yeah.
We're gonna I don't think sad drinks are the answer for here. Maybe a less sad drink is in order?
If I could find one. That's honestly one of the main reasons I wanted to go north with Reese. Like getting out of town, literally forcing myself to not be around anything, and when you're just in the wild and you have no choice but to just drink water and deal with it. So
I dump it out over my shoulder.
just onto the floor.
I give it back to her.
Also, I told Reese, and if I had bad days, I didn't want to be around anyone and accidentally punch someone that I didn't want to.
Oh.
It still might happen. It's been a lot better than I thought, and I'm just waiting for that plateau to stop.
I take a step back.
I mean, you can't punch me now.
Oh.
We really should find Reese a new body.
If you want to punch me, you can.
No, I'm not going to.
I can
It's
take
not
it.
the answer.
Trust me.
I know you of all people could take it. I'm not saying that that wasn't a slight against. I just don't want. I don't want to be that person anymore. If I do punch people, they need to be the ones. They need to deserve it.
Fair enough.
That being said, I'm still up for if anyone wants to spar, I kind of need to get some energy out. It's
Fair
energy
enough.
that I don't have. I'm both awake and fucking exhausted all the time.
I can make you something I made for Reyna a while ago. I pull out a little bag of teeth.
Yes. No, you gave me one of the dream teeth. I have one.
Oh, I got mixed up. I'm sorry.
No,
I put
you're
the bag
okay.
of teeth back in my
Yeah,
pocket.
I was like, wait. Yeah, I was trying to rack my brain. I'm like, what did you give me?
Never mind.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't know any spells for sleep.
It's mostly, well, one, a big part of drinking was to help knock me out. That was before I had, and I kind of point to the dagger, this little fucker talking just in the back of my mind as well. God, I got a lot of people in my head right now. So that's kind of mostly it. I think I need more than a tooth to help with that, which is why I need to go see this daughter of Seun.
Well, we've got a couple of days, so we can finalize our plan. Rest. recover, whatever you need to do, and then we'll head out.
Reese a body.
Tell your man
Hopefully
if
on
he
the
has
way-
any bounties.
Yeah, we could.
All right. So what's the plan?
That's a great question because I feel like it changed like
Yep.
4 times in the
Yep.
span.
We are.
One at a time. One at a time. We're getting Reese a body by asking about some bounties in the city.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
Is that what is occurring?
Yeah, if we could
Yes.
find a
Yep.
Risa body sooner rather than later, that'd be great.
I thought that was more of like we're keeping an eye out,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah,
that
we're
is
keeping an
technically
eye
on
out.
the that's technically on the at the top of the list, but it's like nothing we can actively do anything about just
Yeah,
yet.
Okay.
it's
So we're
yeah,
keeping an eye on it.
exactly. Yeah,
but
it's
it is
just
at
a
the top of the
constant,
list.
You know,
Are you
like
sure we can't
man,
just put his braces on Theory Morrow and call it a day?
No.
I like that.
Thank you.
Oh god. And then so first is probably dealing with Wintercrest. That's I think our first location because we are
Mhm.
actively being summoned there.
summon. Yeah, we can't.
Yes.
That would be bad for.
So we
everyone.
cannot ignore that.
No.
So Wintercrest is first.
Yep.
Where
So-
are we going from there? I think that's where we're like, what the fuck?
South.
I think it just south.
Well,
it depends
stuffed
on
out
Obviously
there.
south.
It's not
Yeah.
whole.
It depends on how
Yeah.
that goes. Whatever happens in Wintercrest, then I
True.
think if we head down south and we can stop at that one point that Morgan wants to. But I think that is a discussion till after the summons.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because if we get arrested, then we're gonna be there a hot minute. So,
Yeah. So I think the main
or we're
thing
gonna have to
go
break out of
there.
prison.
What are the odds we go there? We're living our best life. We're on the road. Oh, hey, look. Some guy's just dying. And we just take him. What are the
Possibly.
odds?
Anything could happen.
Oh, God, what if that guy has a son?
Is
yeah,
it
no,
son?
that's the has a son. Like that. No, that's the moral fuckery behind all this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's So I
I'm
think
so
it's
glad we have our lines on what is acceptable and what is not.
no, it's a gray
it
ass
makes
blur.
me happy.
It's a gray fucking blob. So I think that's the
Okay.
focus is let's head to Wintercrest, and if something pops up for Reese, then we'll
Or I get a new target.
yeah,
Yeah.
or Raina gets a new target, then we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. But I think the main focus is go with the boys to Wintercrest and deal with that.
Okay, so we just get to Wintercrest and then we'll decide everything else after because everything else after depends on how Wintercrest goes.
Yes.
We
Yep.
may need to break out of prison. Hopefully we don't.
I hope you.
I would
You say, I
prefer
hope
us
we
to
do.
break out of a prison.
That
They're
is
gonna
true.
Confiscate our stuff.
I would personally hope to avoid prison altogether,
Yeah.
but that's
yeah.
just me.
Cause it was nice. It's nice to be able to be like, oh, we have a home here, you know.
But cool. Wintercrest.
Yay!
Are we sure we just didn't try the snowman that well?
Maybe we just need a better snowman.
Or a tree? A nice tree? There's some nice
Oh.
looking trees out there. A nice pine, perhaps.
Trees can't move.
Well, we don't know what the rules are once he takes one over, so maybe he just unroots.
I think you're putting too much stock into that. Get a little too creative.
I just don't think we tried the possession solution. But fine.
I'm the one wearing him. I think I got a good feeling on the
Hmm.
possession situation.
Einar kind of chimes in. Well, there is plenty of folks wanted in this area if that is something you are pursuing.
Excellent.
It would be good, like, if we're going to if you're not going to be heading toward Wintercrest in a few days, it would be nice to see that list, and, we could help out with, making sure these people are in a very vulnerable state right now. And they'll be even more vulnerable when we leave. So if we can make it as secure as possible, I think that would be best for everyone. See, look, I'm I am justifying this fuckery, Reese. For you. For you.
Yeah.
It's my opinion. I've finally caught up with the conversation now. It took me a while, but I get it. Reese is in your head.
Oh, right. Yes. Long story short, actually, Reese's spirit is bound to these bracers, so whoever wears it, he could possess.
Just bracers. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it had something to do with dicks.
I
Anyway,
see. I did
No.
too. I was
No.
confused.
No.
But it turns
No.
out he just wants them.
regardless, in my opinion, for those that are wanted around this area, there are severe enough crimes that I believe would be a moral forfeit of your stay here, as it were. Just an opinion. But if you would like that list, I'm sure Vidar can show it to you. I've looked over it a few times. There's quite a range of characters.
That would be great.
Let's go. Yeah. I'll
I'm
go
gonna-
and start doing that.
Just tell me when we're leaving and I'll follow. Let me go to my room.
All right. The rest of you, I'm assuming the rest of you, make your way to Vidar. And sure enough, he has quite a long list of folks wanted in Frostwind that he's able to proffer. It ranges from everything from like the smallest bounty of petty theft, all the way up to arson, murder, multiple murders, as well as some of the more far out cases of things like worshipping the Flarkey or blasphemy, things of that nature.
I'd rather not put you in a body that's already been exposed to the flak. Oh, actually, too late. You're in mine.
I'm more questioning whether or not it was just a political motivated thing where they were being framed. Multiple murders, though, that's harder.
That
to
is the one I'm
frame.
thinking as well.
Well, is there a description of the person, an area we could find them? Because honestly, yeah, I need to let out some steam. Because even if you don't want the body, then we could still do some justice.
Yeah.
There is one name in particular that you find on the sheet that catches your eye. It is a self-proclaimed serial killer who refers to themselves as Daggerheart.
Okay.
This fucker. Okay.
This guy. This guy.
Jeez.
Nope. Him.
Him. This one.
This fucker.
Alright.
Her descriptions often resemble that of a vampire.
Oh, motherfucker!
This reddish brown skin, goat-like horns, and no tail, but the rest of the descriptions are fairly vague.
I too would love for Reese to just become Dea.
Dea, the self-proclaimed
I'm the serial killer.
Hmm.
This is AU Dea. Dea, if she like internalized all of Malcolm Morningstar's teachings.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
There's one option.
Honestly, especially if they're looking to be known as a serial killer, probably best if we take them off the board.
Reese says that we should
For sure.
probably take them off the board. Yeah.
Sure. If this is something they are proud of, they're going to do it again.
Vidar kind of nods and digs in one of his drawers a little bit. Here's all the reports that we've had over the last few days. Sorry, last few weeks, not days.
Damn!
Handful.
I was gonna
Damn.
say, shit, he works fast.
Sacked him.
There's a grand total of 4 separate reports. Going through them, it doesn't seem like there's any specific locations called out. It does seem like most of the locations sit along the coast side of the city, typically in less populated areas, and it's usually done to those who aren't like big in the city, like shopkeepers or nobles or anything like that, the common folk.
Yeah, that are coward. They say they're self-proclaimed, but they're scared of getting caught.
She frequently leaves her victims wherever they encounter her with their chest cut completely open, splayed out, and blood taken from them and marked along their forehead to resemble horns as the best they can.
Wonderful.
So creative. So, I mean, I'm all for it. We hunt them down, but I say to Reese, whether or not you want to be that person is up to you. I won't force you.
I know I told you about begin again. Sometimes you have to force people to do it. So,
Alright, let's go hunt a serial killer.
yep.
Criminal Minds, Nyrverold.
Criminal Minds.
CSI Nyrverold, just like.
Liberal justice system.
Don't know.
We're gonna treat the investigation as just like a series of smash cuts.
Perfect.
Looking for tracks in the alley.
Who all is assisting with this search?
As much as I can.
Yeah, you have to. You're with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
You're not dropping me off with Morgan?
If you want to, if he says you want to, then you can. Like,
Yeah.
Brynja's keeping you on her unless you say otherwise.
Yeah.
Mom, I want to stay at Morgan's house.
Do you want to touch his mind? It's all on you.
All right. So, over the next few days, on your investigation, I will need all of you to collectively come up with 5 different ways you want to try to find this person. And each of those 5 ways are going to have a role associated with them. I will allow you to argue for whatever role you want associated with the way you want to find them. But you will need 3 successes out of the 5.
Okay. Well, if we go to at least a few scenes of the crime, I'm a hunter. I'm good at tracking things. Can I look for tracks or signs of, like, at least a vague direction of where she might have gone?
Okay. Yep. So we'll call survival for one of them.
I was gonna say, can I call survival?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
For me, I was wondering, if knowing kind of the general area, staking out a few places or spending some nights, like, stealthing around, sneaking around, maybe on rooftops, to try and just see if I can see, suspicious,
Okay.
Either catch her in the act or see if she's, like, casing.
Sure. Would you
Yeah.
prefer that to be a notice roll or a stealth roll?
stealth would be preferred.
Okay, so we have a survival and a stealth.
I want to ask like the homeless people around, since they kind of know what's going on in the town more than anything else. I want to ask them, see if they've seen anybody matching the description or if they know what's going on.
Okay.
That's very smart.
Would you like that to be persuasion?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's 3.
Given that Brynja is looking more to be on the stealth side, I'll probably hone in and try and like look out for details she might not notice in the corners of her eye.
Okay.
And
Notice,
so,
I assume?
Yeah.
All right, one more.
Let's do a combo.
Maybe we can all do.
There wasn't any mention of any magic at
There
these
was
scenes,
not.
right? Okay.
I wonder if we could ask Morgan if he knows if there's any, like, if this, what they do with the body, is there any kind of occult-esqueness to it, or if it's just them being flavorful? If there's any meaning
Yeah,
behind
is
it?
this like a... Yeah.
Okay. If Morgan is willing to
If Morgan
participate,
is
I
willing.
would count that as an occult roll for the 5th. If Morgan is not, totally fine. We'll think of another one.
Yeah, then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right.
If all of you would please roll your respective rolls.
I'm gonna... Hold up. Where's my crossbow? I'm spending a Benny. Because that was shit.
23?
I'm also gonna spend a penny.
23. Holy shit.
I am also spending a Benny.
That's a lot better, because that wasn't...
You know what? Screw it. I'll spend a Benny as well.
It's a 10!
It's an 8 for
Izzy
me.
is concerned.
Okay. Oh, sweet! My wild die exploded. Thank God I used a Benny. Okay, 7.
I also got a 7.
Aha! We're in sync.
Woo, very nice, everyone. Well done. So, Morgan, with your role, there doesn't appear to be anything overtly that these killings are specifically dedicated to. You gather this is more of a show of like, I want to be noticed, I want to be remembered, I want this to be visible, and I want people to know it was me. There's nothing like Flarkey related or any other sort of occult attributions that you can think of that seem to be related with the murders as they're described.
I was just gonna say it was intentional and grand. So grand that not even the gods were related to this. Just human misery.
In your role as well, you gather that if it was done with a blatant attempt to try to reveal any sort of Flarkir worshipping or something of that nature, it would usually be done in the presence of a temple. Since these are not, you're easily able to strike out any of the temple locations around the city.
No gods, no Flark here.
Crag, you make your way down and kind of talk with some of the homeless along the coastal side of the city. At first, it's not very helpful, but eventually they kind of give you a lead towards where one of the past murder locations were. You get a couple whispers about how they think that there is a specific area that they keep seeing someone shady coming from. You get a couple different areas that they're thinking, and it helps you narrow down your search kind of along the coast by at least half of what you were originally thinking. Reyna, you find one of the murder locations in this narrowed down area, kind of taking a look along where some of the tracks are, some of the disturbed portions of like the sand and the pebbles and such. And with the roll you got, you are able to tell that the footsteps, with the help of Crag's roll and the description from the homeless, they seem to be coming from the drains in the city that come from the underkeep and feed out into the ocean.
Okay. Good.
Brenya,
No.
with this in mind, you begin to stalk the rooftops in proximity of these sewers that let out into the ocean. Keeping low and quiet, you go completely unseen by anyone in the vicinity. And as you look around, Reese, you catch sight of movement that Brenia didn't notice before, getting her attention to a figure that is currently cloaked, slinking along the side of a building. Underneath the hood, you can make out what appears to be the protrusions of what would be horns that kind of form an awkward shape underneath the oversized cloak. And there is distinctly no tail.
There she
Eh.
is. Right. How do we get in contact with everyone else? Saw where she
Found
came
some
from,
numbers.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we know where she's at. Sweet. Get her.
Eat her.
Get her.
Get.
Get her.
Go on, get.
How would you like to get her? She is
Get her.
You are currently following
flash
her
sale.
from the rooftops, staying low and out of sight. You are not noticed.
Yeah. Okay.
She seems to be walking with a purpose.
Oh, she's got a person in mind. Okay. And I told everyone else where I would be stalking.
Also, I imagine if you start a commotion, we will hear it and we will come running.
Okay, because I would hope that you guys are in the area at least. If it's like I'm gonna stalk that, because we've narrowed it down. You know, it's like
Right.
okay,
Mhm.
I'm
Hold like a
definitely-
perimeter.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be predator stalking, trying to get an idea of where she's heading. I'd rather get there, prevent a murder before it happens.
That's the hope.
It'd be a nice change of pace for us.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You follow her for some time before you see her eventually kind of saddle up near a house, kind of on the edge of town. It's a little bit of a shantier place. There's a lot of boards kind of on the roof. They're starting to fall off. The windows are partially broken. And you see her kind of like stop near one of the windows and like look in. You see a light on the inside as some shadows kind of pass, and she ducks back. And she kind of shifts around to the front where the door is and kind of crouches down, waiting.
I'm gonna try and get it as close enough behind her. Try to sneak up behind her. And you know what? I'm gonna try and grapple her. I'm gonna see if I can sneak and grapple her.
Do it.
So I'll allow as part of your grapple, I'll allow the drop rule to apply here. It's typically for an attack, but
Okay.
I assume your intent is to incapacitate her. So
Yes.
okay. So go ahead and add 4 to your. I think grappling is athletics.
I think so. I don't really grapple all that much, but I will roll athletics. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. 5. Oh, 5 plus 4? 9.
9. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. It's an explosion on her part.
Shit.
Oh no.
She's a slippery bitch.
Oh,
Ah, fuck.
not quite there yet, though.
Oh no.
You stealthily drop down from your roof, sneaking up behind her, and in a swift and precise motion, you immediately snap your arm around her neck and begin to squeeze. As you do so, you feel her begin to try to fight you. She tries to pulls your arm free, tries to make some way for her to get free before eventually you feel her slowly kind of start to lose that fighting spirit. And as she eventually drops to the ground unconscious, you see the dagger that she was reaching for to stab you fall out of her hand as well.
Yeah, gonna kick that out of the way and drag her away from the house a bit. And actually, Reese, do I need to rough her up more, or do you want to try now?
Try now.
All right, I slap Reese. I'm on her.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, bad on both. You put the gauntlets over her arms, and it takes a second, but eventually you see her start to blink again as she comes to consciousness.
I'm back into grapple motion. I slap him on, and then I'm like holding her again.
Reese, you are in control.
I'll just tap. It's fine. It's fine.
It's
fine. Christ.
What's your name? What's your name?
God fucking damn it.
Reese. Or used to be Carl. Sweet fuck. Oh.
Oh, that's good. Let me take a look at you. Oh, you're pretty
Yeah.
for a psychopath.
Thanks, love.
Sides of the head completely shaven. The hair on the top of her head left to just kind of drape behind the skull, kind of flowing to just above the shoulder blades. Plenty of scars on her face. But otherwise, like I said, the brownish sort of red skin tone, piercing like fire red eyes.
I'm sure there's some Viking concealer we can get up in this. Right?
How are you feeling?
It'll take some getting used to, but it should be fine and enough time for us to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Did she? That seemed too easy. Did they put up too much of a fight?
I imagine the surprise as well as being unconscious probably compounded. I'm still learning about this just as much as you. Let's have this conversation back at the rooms, yeah?
Yeah, I stand up and help him up.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
Oh, this is fucking weird, but is it weird that it feels stranger not having you in my head?
I feel like there's a lot we can analyze with that. We'll
Yeah.
process on the way.
Yeah. Always processing, it feels like.
And I'll
We don't
pick
have
up the
time to
dagger and
unpack
everything.
all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, pick up the dagger and head back.
And as you make your way back, that is where we will take our break.
Sick.
Woo!
We'll be back in a bit. See you soon.